This chart maps out a standard 8-hour workday. Notice this massive block consuming over a quarter of the timeline, an average of 2.6 hours. That is the exact amount of time professionals spend every single day processing email, sinking roughly 5.5 minutes into reading, comprehending, and answering each individual message. Outside the inbox, the situation is identical. Our devices have devolved into digital junk chores, overflowing with disconnected PDFs, countless random screenshots, and endless files labeled img0942.jpg that we can picture perfectly in our heads but can never actually locate through a search bar. The core of the problem lies in how traditional software operates. Standard file systems rely entirely on passive storage. They're empty containers that demand you manually tag, title, and file every piece of incoming data. If a human isn't there to constantly maintain that structure, the system collapses into chaos. We often treat this mess as a personal failure, assuming we just lack the discipline to stay organized. But the reality is a lack of technological leverage. We are trying to manually sort a data avalanche using tools that can't think. This friction has led to the zero organization strategy. In 2026, we are seeing a transition away from manual maintenance and toward a model of digital delegation. Surviving the data deluge requires a shift in who handles the logic. By moving the weight of sorting from humans to machine agents, we can finally stop acting as digital librarians and start working as directors. Consider the traditional nested file folder. It requires you to maintain a rigid, high-maintenance structure that often fragments your work. Generative document platforms replace those strict hierarchies with fluid, unorganized cloud repositories where everything sits in one flat layer. Powered by optical character recognition, the software scans a PDF, pulling out key details like vendor names and totals. Those details feed a semantic search engine. Type "flight tickets for March," and the system connects your words directly to the data points. Because the AI dynamically establishes these relationships between raw data points on the fly, the effort spent building a structure of file folders serves no functional purpose. The inbox operates as an even deeper source of daily friction. It is an unstructured repository that forces us into hours of reactionary labor, sorting through professional commitments and automated noise. Autonomous agents address this by intercepting the communication before you interact with it. Operating overnight, they scan sprawling chains of 40 or more messages and condense them into 3 clear, actionable bullet points, showing who said what and what needs to be done. But summarizing the text only solves the reading problem. These tools take the next step by analyzing the specific context of the thread and auto-drafting a personalized, ready-to-send reply. Efficiency now scales with the removal of friction. By eliminating the decision-making phase of what to write, autonomous agents bypass the biggest bottleneck in the inbox. Our schedules suffer from the same lack of leverage. Standard digital calendar apps effectively act as static visual displays. They show you where you need to be, but they do nothing to actively manage your time. Algorithmic schedulers act as active coordinators, treating your tasks as fluid variables. If an urgent priority lands, the system automatically intervenes, sliding and rearranging your existing time blocks to make room. This automatic reshuffling continually fragments and repacks tasks, filling gaps without overlapping. Delegating calendar management to an algorithm protects your deep work hours without ever requiring a manual game of calendar Tetris. This shift isn't confined to digital screens. Daily domestic logistics, like deciding what's for dinner, present the exact same problem. Navigating a completely chaotic assortment of raw ingredients is just another manifestation of unstructured data. Multimodal computer vision bridges the physical and digital space. By snapping a simple photograph with a smartphone, the software instantly identifies the random vegetables, sauces, and proteins sitting in front of you. Generative engines cross-reference those identified items to instantly construct a customized, step-by-step gourmet recipe out of whatever is available, leaving out anything you don't have. Turning random physical objects into a structured execution plan simultaneously solves daily decision fatigue and actively prevents household food waste. Across our files, our inboxes, our calendars, and our physical logistics, the transition is uniform. We have moved from manual administration to autonomous digital delegation. Historically, we carried the exhausting burden of being the sorter. the person required to categorize, tag, and file every incoming request. Now, we have active coordinators working in the background to resolve that friction for us. Our relationship to our tools has shifted. We are no longer the creators of organization. Instead, we are simply high-level editors and approvers, standing above the process and directing the execution. Digital clarity follows a specific logic. We are exiting the organizational process and allowing the system to operate on its own terms. By surrendering mundane logistics to generative AI, we finally reclaim the mental bandwidth and focus required to engage in actual, meaningful human work.
Thank you for watching. For more professional AI insights, remember to like this video and subscribe to AI Corecast.